be here at this point in the year? If I'd have told you that back in spring training, would have told me.
Yeah, I think so. I think at the time it would have been maybe a tad overzealous, but I think at the time I knew we had a really good team. I knew we had a lot of talent. I don't know if I expected this, but I'm definitely not surprised that we're here.
See the atmosphere that Philly has on TV, and you pitched in environments like that before, but how do you get yourself ready to go in an environment like that?
Everyone says it's kind of intimidating, but I feel like that's the fun part, right? Like, that's kind of why we're here. We do it for the fans. The fans are the reason why we even have a league. So I feel like even if they're yelling at you or for you, as long as there's 40, 50,000 people in the stands, like that's kind of what we get excited for.
What do you think? Obviously, their lineup has a lot of big-time hitters. Just facing that order, what's that like?
Just like any other good team. If you make mistakes more than you don't, they're probably going to beat you. If you don't, then they're still human. They're still hitters, and if you make good pitches, they still get out just like everybody else does. Obviously, it's a very deep lineup. You got to navigate it a couple times through. You're definitely going to have to mix some things up, kind of pick your spots on when you do certain things. But the Dodgers are a really good team. Everybody, I feel like in the big leagues, is a really good team. If you're on that day, you're probably going to have a good day. If they are, then they got a pretty good chance.
Torrey said he was going on a 24-hour bender after the other night. I mean, what was your 24-hour period like, and when do you kind of flip the switch and start looking to the next series?
Yeah, I haven't seen him yet, so I don't know if he's even made it back in yet. No, we enjoyed that night. Just hung out with some friends, but I definitely recognize that we still have a lot of work to do. So it's nice to be able to celebrate with the guys and enjoy the wins, especially not even in this league, but at this time of year. Every win is huge, and you cherish every single one of them. But we got 8 more, and that's kind of what we're focusing on now.
Merrill, with all the extra time off, what kind of challenges does it present with your throwing program and throwing in between starts? Anything different that you have to do especially?
Not necessarily different, but I feel like there are times throughout the year that the rotation gets jumbled up and you kind of get a couple extra days, or maybe don't take advantage of that off day and you actually get bumped up to the 5th day instead of the 6th. It's just kind of part of the gig. I'm not anticipating anything different. I don't know who's throwing what game. I don't know what day I'm supposed to be getting ready for. So once I figure that out, then I'll be able to tailor the program accordingly.
How cool is this? What does this feel like?
It's just fun, man. Honestly, this is what we do it for. This is why we go through 162 games to get here. The grind, the work, the time spent in here with all the guys. This is where we try to be. I told you I took my brother to Game 3 of the World Series last year in Philly when they hit 5 homers. And I remember looking at him and telling him, like this is obviously where I want to be a year from now. So the fact that we're going there for the LCS is going to be pretty cool. And like I said, just a lot of fun.
You know what to expect from that crowd there, right?
Yeah, I've seen them probably as loud as they could possibly be. They hit 5 homers that game. So I have a hard time believing that anything I'm about to experience is louder than that. So.
What do you tell your brother?
You better be wearing a D-backs jersey.
Merrill, you guys have been in playoff mode for well over a month now. We've seen kind of the division winners talk about the rest and how that's impacted them. I mean, you guys haven't had 5 days or whatever it is to kind of regroup. So how do you kind of handle that with what's been going on with division winners as well?
That's a tough one for me, honestly. I do recognize that there is something to be said about staying in rhythm and staying in competition. I do understand that, but you also got to play well when the time comes to it. And I think the fact that we have been scrapping for a while, obviously had to go in Milwaukee in that environment and try to get out of there and obviously make it to LA in general, but I'm personally not too worried about it. It's kind of just the way things are set up, and I think it's going to be not as hard to, especially in that atmosphere. I feel like it won't be that hard to kind of get back up again, right? We're going to enjoy the couple days, use it to get your body right. Any kind of aches or pains you got going on, kind of get it taken care of. But like I said, I feel like if you can't get ready to play or excited when you're walking into the bank, I don't really see how that can be possible.
Merrill, have they told you whether you're pitching game 1 or 2 yet?
No, sir, I haven't heard anything yet.
Sir, wow.
Merrill, have you guys had any conversations about pitching on short rests potentially at some point in a series like this?
Not yet, no. I don't think we've gotten to that point yet. I think anybody in here would do whatever they need to do to make sure that we try to get a W, but no, those conversations haven't happened yet.
Was this the vision going back to Korea? Watching maybe were you watching the postseason over there or anything like that, and wanted to be here?
Yeah, of course. When I left there, my goal was to come back at some point. Obviously, I didn't want to spend the rest of my career over there. If that were the option, I would have been fine with it. But obviously, my goal was to come back here and be standing here talking to you guys. So I definitely paid attention to what was going on and just tried to hope that one day it would happen.
Did you think it would happen?
I mean, you never know. You can't predict the future. I tried everything I possibly could to make it happen. I'll say that.
I assume you watched the game last night?
I did.
What'd you think?
It was a good game. Castellanos hit those 2 homers. That place looked exciting, so I'm excited to be there.